Hi students, welcome to our entrepreneurship class. Today, we are going to learn a new lesson. Our lesson for this morning is all about 7 P's of marketing and branding. Now let's proceed to our class objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students shall be able to describe the concept of marketing mix, identify the 7 P's in the marketing mix, identify the commonly used brand strategy, and develop a brand name. Let's start with the 7 P's of marketing mix, namely product, place, price, promotion, people, packaging, positioning. What do you mean by marketing mix? Marketing mix is a set of controllable and connected variables that a company gathers to satisfy a customer better than its competitor. It is also known as the P's in marketing. Originally, there were only 4 P's, but the model has been continually modified until it became 7 P's. The original 4 P's stands for product, place, price, and promotion. Eventually, 3 elements have been added, namely people, packaging, and positioning to comprise the 7 P's. Now let's discuss the 7 P's of marketing mix. Let's start with product. Marketing strategy typically starts with the product. Marketers can plan a distribution system or set a price if they don't know exactly what the product will be offered to the market. Product refers to any goods or services that are produced to meet the consumer's wants, tastes, and preferences. An example of goods includes tires, MP3 players, clothing, and etc. Goods can be categorized into business goods or consumer goods. A buyer of consumer goods may not have thorough knowledge of the goods he buys and uses. An example of services includes hair salons and accounting firms. Services can be divided into consumer services, such as hairstyling, or professional services, such as engineering and accounting. Let's proceed to the second P, which is place. Place represents the location where the buyer and seller exchange goods or services. It is also called as a distribution channel. It can include any physical store as well as virtual stores or online shops on the internet. Let's proceed to the stages of distribution channel. Start with Channel 1. Channel 1 contains 2 stages between producer and consumer, a wholesaler and a retailer. A wholesaler typically buys and stores large quantities of several producers' goods, and then breaks into bulk deliveries to supply retailers with smaller quantities. For small retailers with limited order quantities, the use of wholesalers makes economic sense. Let's proceed to Channel 2. Channel 2 contains one intermediary. In consumer markets, this is typically a retailer. A retailer is a company that buys products from a manufacturer or wholesaler and sells them to end users or customers. In a sense, a retailer is an intermediary or middleman that customers use to get products from the manufacturers. Lastly, we have Channel 3. Channel 3 is called a direct marketing channel, since it has no intermediary levels. In this case, the manufacturer sells directly to customers. Now let's discuss the third P, which is price. The price is a serious component of a marketing mix. What do you think is the meaning of a price? In the narrowest sense, price is the value of money in exchange for a product or services. Generally speaking, the price is the amount or value that the customer gives up to enjoy the benefits of having or using a product or service. One example of a pricing strategy is the penetration pricing. It is when the price charged for products and services is set artificially low in order to gain market share. Once this is attained, the price can be higher than before. For example, if you are going to open a beauty salon, you need to set your prices lower than those of your competitors so that you can penetrate the market. If you already have a good number of market share, then you can slowly increase your price. The fourth P stands for promotion. Promotion refers to the complete set of activities which communicate the product, brand, or service to the user. The idea is to attract people to buy your product over others. Advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, direct marketing, and social media are examples of promotion. Now let's proceed to the fifth P, which is people. Your team, the staff that makes it happen for you, your audience, and your advertisers are the people in marketing. This consists of each person who is involved in the product or service, whether directly or indirectly. People are the ultimate marketing strategy. They sell and push the product. People are one of the most important elements of the marketing mix today. This is because of the remarkable rise of the services industry. Products are being sold through retail channels today. If the retail channels are not handled with the right people, the product will not be sold. Services must be first class nowadays. The people rendering the service must be competent and skilled enough so that the clients will patronize your service. Therefore, the right people are essential in marketing mix in the current marketing scenario. The sixth P stands for packaging. Packaging is a silent hero in the marketing world. Packaging refers to the outside appearance of a product and how it is presented to the customers. The best packaging should be attractive enough and cost efficient for the customers. Packaging is highly functional. It is for protection, containment, information, utility of use, and promotion. Lastly, we have the 7P, which is positioning. When a company presents a product or service in a way that is different from the competitors, they are said to be positioning it. Positioning refers to a process used by marketers to create an image in the minds of a target market. Solid positioning will allow a single product to attract different customers for not the same reasons. For example, two people are interested in buying a phone. One wants a phone that is cheaper in price and fashionable, while the other buyer is looking for a phone that is durable and has longer battery life. And yet, they buy the same exact phone. We are done discussing the 7P's, or what we know as the marketing mix. Now let's proceed to discuss branding or developing a brand name. What do you mean by brand name? Brand name is a name, symbol, or other feature that distinguishes a seller's goods or services in the marketplace. Your brand is one of your greatest assets because your brand is your customer's overall experience of your business. Brand strategy is a long-term design for the development of a popular brand in order to achieve the goals and objectives. A well-defined brand strategy shapes all parts of a business and is directly linked to customer needs, wants, emotions, and competitive surroundings. Experts believe that a good brand can result in better loyalty for its customers, a better corporate image, and a more relevant identity. As more customers continue to differentiate between emotional and experienced companies, a brand may be the first step forward in your competition instead of price points and product features. The question is, can you build a brand which truly talks to your audience? Branding is a powerful and sustainable high-level marketing strategy used to create or influence a brand. Branding as a strategy to distinguish products and companies and to build economic value to both customers and to brand owners are described by Picton and Broderick in 2001. Now let's start discussing the commonly used branding strategy. Let's start with the first one, which is purpose. Every brand makes a promise, but in a market in which customer confidence is little and budgetary observance is great, it's not just making a promise that separates one brand from another, but having a significant purpose. That is according to Alan Adamson. How can you define your business's purpose? According to Business Strategy Insider, purpose can be viewed in two ways: functional and intentional. Now let's start with functional. This way focuses on assessments of success in terms of fast and profitable reasons. For example, the purpose of the business is to make money. Let's proceed to intentional. This way focuses on fulfillment as it relates to the capability to generate money and do well in the world. Now let's proceed to the second commonly used branding strategy, which is consistency. The significance of consistency is to avoid things that don't relate to or improve your brand. Consistency aids to brand recognition, which fuels customer loyalty. Let's proceed to the third one, emotion. There should be an emotional voice whispering, "Buy me." This means you allow the customers to have a chance to feel that they are part of your brand. You should find ways to connect more deeply and emotionally with your customers. Make them feel part of the family and use emotion to build relationships and promote brand loyalty. Now let's proceed to the fourth commonly used branding strategy, which is flexibility. Marketers should remain flexible in this rapidly changing world. Consistency targets at setting the standard for your brand. Flexibility allows you to adjust and differentiate your approach from your competition. According to Kevin Bandelman, effective identity programs require sufficient consistency to be identifiable, but sufficient variation to keep things fresh and human. So if your old tactics don't work anymore, don't be afraid to change. It doesn't mean it worked in the past, it may still work now. Employee involvement is the fifth commonly used branding strategy. It is equally important for your employees to be well versed in how they communicate with customers and represent the brand of your product. Now let's proceed to the next one, which is loyalty. Loyalty is an important part of brand strategy. At the end of the day, the emphasis on positive relationship between you and your existing customer sets the tone for what potential customer can expect from doing business with you. Lastly, the seventh commonly used branding strategy is competitive awareness. Do not be frightened of competition. Take it as a challenge to improve your branding strategy and craft a better value in your brand. Remember, an entrepreneur is never afraid of challenges. Take it as an opportunity for you to develop your product. Now let's have a recap of our lesson. The 7 P's of marketing mix are product, place, price, promotion, people, packaging, and positioning. Now let's proceed to the commonly used branding strategy. We have purpose, consistency, emotion, flexibility, employee involvement, loyalty, and competitive awareness. Do you have any questions about our lesson for today? Write your questions in the comment section and I will try my best to attend to your questions. Thank you so much for attending today's class. I hope you have learned something. Don't forget to like my video, share my video to your classmates so that they can have also the same understanding as what you have right now. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button to be updated with our updates every week. Now that's it for today, class. Bye bye.